Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, I have a whole playlist on divorced delusional broads, right? Guys, these are these chicks that have been married since their 20s, right? And now they're in their late 40s, early 50s, and decide that it's time to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world, right? And then they always end up on TikTok whining and moaning about how bad dating is because they let Nug Nug and Gavin, the starving artist, blast up the club. Now, guys, check out the playlist at the end because that'll be the playlist there. And guys, this got me thinking about the guys, right? Their husbands. There's guys, a lot of guys that get burned for these divorced delusional broads, they end up staying single because they just want to be left the hell alone. So guys, look at this on Google here. The average age of a man going through divorce is 46 years old, right? So guys, we're going to talk about the reasons why a lot of guys just want to remain single, right? Before you guys like, subscribe, drop a comment, because it really helps keep this channel going, guys. Check out my second channel, my locals, the playlist at the end. And guys, so we're going to look at this video here from Every Man Has a Story. Guys, he's a passport bro who lives in the Philippines. I'll drop the link to his channel in the description. And guys, this is his video about why older men are staying single, guys. So let's get into this.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been getting a lot of emails from guys who talking about relationships, especially men back in America, my home country. And they're saying, Mark, you know, I'm sure it's all nice and everything over there and the Filipinos look like really sweet girls, but you know what? I'm fine being single. I don't want to be any more relationships. I'm settled in my life and I've given up on the whole idea of dating or going out with anybody. And there's different reasons behind that. I mean, some of them went through very painful divorces where they lost, you know, their house and big part of their pension, and it just left a big bad taste in their mouth, the whole idea of marriage and a relationship. And then also, depending on where you live, if you live in like a small town in Indiana, there just might not be much of a selection. You know, there's just, you know, no women that these guys are attracted to, or they're attracted to women that are outside of their scope of, you know, possibilities, you know, women that wouldn't be interested in them anyways. And so they go to, you know, to Walmart and they see these women that are their age that are 40, 50 pounds overweight. And they're wearing sweatpants and they got tattoos, and they just like say, you know, forget about it. I'd be happier just being alone by myself.
And that's true, guys. That's true. Because, guys, modern America, it discourages age gap dating, right? Guys, you go to like Latin America, South America, even Europe, you see older single guys, or in Asia, guys that are 40, 50, dating girls in their 20s or their third and 30s, right? But here, you're shamed if you're like a 45-year-old or a 50-year-old guy who wants a young girl, right? So these guys have fallen for that, and they go to Walmart and see all these chicks that are their age, and they're not having it, right?
And also, you know, sometimes they find women, you know, in general kind of intimidating, especially American women, because they can be a bit aggressive and kind of to the point. They're kind of blunt when it comes out to things, you know, saying what they feel. And, you know, guys, you know, we're not, you know, wilting flowers or anything, but we know.
I think he meant to say repulsive and not intimidating, right, guys? I think he kind of slipped his words there, right? Because, guys, these aggressive chicks, they're not intimidating because they can't beat her ass, right? They're more repulsive than intimidating.
We've got feelings too, and when a woman comes out and says something negative about you, you know, or insults you, or, you know, is very opinionated, it can turn a guy off, you know, really quick. And then, of course, you know, there's the old thing, you know, the baggage that these women have. Like if you're dating women within your age range, say, you know, I'm talking men 50 and up, they've got kids usually, teenagers, and the teenagers don't want nothing to do with you. And if, let's say, you ended up living together in the same household, you know, these kids aren't going to listen to you. They're going to do whatever they want unless they want money from you. And, you know, that can be kind of, you know, a weird situation, having these, soon to be adult kids, underfoot and basically kind of looking at you like, who the hell are you in our house? And we don't do it that way and all that stuff. And then a lot of these women have a lot of debt too. They got credit card debt, they got car loans.
Right there, guys. That's what I say all the time. These broads got all this debt. They got credit card debt, student loan debt. Even in their 50s, they haven't paid off any of their student loan debt. This guy is cooking.
And you don't find that out until you're deep into the relationship. And another thing is just, low sex drive. A lot of these guys just, they've lost interest in sex. When you're old, when you're younger, you're in your 20s, 30s even, that's all you can think about is, sex is on your mind all the time. Plus it's being thrown in your face on TV and movies and advertising. But once you get to be a certain age, it just doesn't mean that much to you. It's nice, and some guys enjoy it, but they say, I don't really need it, especially if it was someone who you're really not that attracted to anyway.
Yep.
And so that's part of it. Now that can be fixed with TRT injections. And a lot of guys I know, myself included, have done that, and it does make a difference. And then, of course, guys just say, I'm happy to just stay home and watch TV. I was married for 25 or 30 years, and I was miserable. And now I can just sit home, watch TV, watch the shows I want, go to bed when I want, take a nap when I want, and do what I want to do. And I'm totally content, and I don't need anybody in my life. And that's fine. If you don't think you need anybody, you don't need anybody.
Yep.
And they'll say, my dog is all the companionship I need. Another reason is like poor health. A lot of these guys that let their health, slip, when they're not in a relationship, they're not married, they're not looking, they're not going to the gym, they're not taking care of themselves, they're kind of eating what they want, putting on weight. Some of them have diabetes, a lot of them are overweight. And so, for these reasons, they just aren't healthy enough to even have an active, sex life or dating life or social life, even because you're kind of stuck at home.
And guys, that's one thing that I say, guys. You have to be the happiest, healthiest version of yourself that you can be. Guys, you have to exercise. You have to eat right. Don't smoke. You drink in moderation. Cut out toxic people, okay? And guys, he did make a good point earlier about a lot of guys just want to come home and have peace without hearing this nagging and whining from some broad.
And then another thing is like, especially if they haven't dated in 25 or 30 years, they just have low self-esteem, no confidence at all. They have no confidence when it comes to a woman or approaching somebody. They may know somebody that at work or somebody at a club that they go to, and she's been friendly to them, but they just don't really know how to approach her and what to say to take it to the next step, whether that's going out or whatever it is. They just don't know what to do. And when they find themselves alone with someone or in a conversation where it's just the two of them, say they're at a party or a bar or whatever, and it's just the two of them, and he's got to carry on a conversation, it's like they don't know what to say, and they start talking about their truck or hunting or, a job that they used to have 20 years ago, and they just bore the hell out of her.
And the thing about old chicks too, guys, because I'm in my 40s, because a lot of these chicks, guys, younger girls, they think that they know stuff, right? Come on, guys, we all know that they don't. So they want to try and talk about politics or have some opinion, right? You know what I mean? And you're sitting there on this date just listening to them blather on, right? But guys, women that are middle-aged and older, they're the ones that actually take more of an interest in politics, despite the fact that they don't know what the hell they're talking about either. So it's even worse. Yuck.
And so they lose her that way too. And so a lot of these guys are just, they're just plain rusty when it comes to social interaction. And that can be fixed too. You can always, get back on the horse and start talking to people. And eventually, you'll get used to interacting with women and things will get better. But, social anxiety is a big part of it, that when they just lose their confidence, and it's not just with women, it's with men too. They just aren't comfortable talking to strangers anymore. They kind of keep within themselves, withdraw into themselves. They have no confidence in who they are, especially if they're not working anymore. and their whole identity was their job, and they don't have a job anymore. They don't have a career. They may have
Now, guys, he made a great point, so let's pump the brakes. Guys, you never want to put yourself in a position to where your job is your whole identity, right? Come on, dude. Or your marriage is your whole identity. Guys, you have to maintain yourself. You have to have a wolf pack of good friends, right? And guys, you have to be able to have hobbies. That's the easiest way to socialize is hobbies, right? And he is correct that a lot of guys, usually because their wife nags them if they go out fishing or hunting or working on their car, end up isolated, right? So then the wife goes away and they're all by themselves.
money, but they just don't have any identity. And because of that, they just don't know how to interact with other people. And so some of these guys, they do end up coming here those guys come for financial reasons. That's kind of like why I came here, financial reasons. I never thought I'd ever date again. Wasn't even on my mind. I was here to survive. And I meet guys all the time that came over here, same as me, and they're doing it for financial reasons. They can have a little bit nicer house here, a nicer apartment, and they can afford a little better lifestyle in the Philippines. And plus they're bored back home anyway, so they come over here and it all works out for them. And they start settling in and they make a few friends, and then they realize that all these other guys that are the same age as them, and some of them, are not as attractive as they are, and not as in good a shape as they are, and don't have the financial means that even they have. But they've got these, lovely wives and girlfriends.
There you go. So he said, hey, look, all these old, out-of-shape dudes are over here in the Philippines. Blasting up the walls with all these hot Filipino chicks, right? And that's the thing about the Passport Bros, man. I need to talk about Passport Bros more on this channel, man, because it's a smart move, guys.
And so they started thinking, well, gee, if John over there can have that nice girlfriend and he's happy and everything, maybe I could do that too. And they start changing their mindset. They start thinking, well, maybe it is a possibility. That's kind of what happened to me. I just, I'd given up on it totally. I was just trying to survive. And then once I was able to survive here and I was making enough money to, pay my rent, pay my bills, and have a little bit left over to actually go out with a couple friends and, have a couple drinks and go to a party every once in a while and meet some new people. And then slowly I decided to go on a couple of dates, and one thing led to another. Now I'm happily married with a baby. The farthest thing from my mind, I never ever.
He's got a baby. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow. He has to be in his late 50s, early 60s. But hey, guys, props to him, right? This is the ideal way to be a passport bro, is to move out of the United States, meet a girl, and stay over there. Don't come back here, right? You know what I mean?
Thought that would happen, but I was the same way with, as a lot of these guys, I felt the same way. It wasn't I had anything against women. I didn't. I just said, I'd been there, done that, had lots of girlfriends, been single, been married, and was just fine surviving. I had my little apartment over here, and I liked my little apartment, and I could kind of do what I wanted. And I had my Cambly where I was teaching English online. Then I started my YouTube channel.
Nice, good job.
And everything was fine. I didn't have a void. I didn't feel like I had this void in my life that I needed a relationship. And once I started dating, it was just a few different women, and most of them didn't work out for various reasons. Nothing really wrong with them, just not the right person. And I was about ready to give up on the whole thing all over again, and just say, let's just go back to being single, and it's fine, and I don't want to waste the money anyway. And then I met Jen, and the rest is history. But so it's just, kind of a video for you guys out there that are saying that, telling me that, I don't want to date anymore, I don't want a relationship, I don't need a relationship. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you might want to think, like, what's your life going to be like? Say you make it to 85 or 90 years old, whether you stay in America, Australia, England, wherever you're from, or you come here, it doesn't matter. And you're totally alone. I mean, totally alone. And, you may need somebody to help you, take your medication, do your shopping, take care of your house, or you just may start, if you don't have the mobility where you can't go driving anymore, and so you're kind of stuck at home, it's nice to have somebody there to share your life with, to watch TV with, to play cards with, to talk to, whatever.
Now, I agree with him and the fact that he's in another country where women value family, right? Well, you can actually get a woman that'll take care of you. But guys, remember this in context, because guys, this guy, you know, he said that he moved there for survival. If you move there and you have a bunch of money or a bunch of retirement income coming in, or you can work anywhere, guys, you'll be doing even better, right? But to have this mindset in America, guys, nope. But yeah, hey, props to him, man.
And, you know, that's what a lot of guys find here. They have someone that's, you know, a bit younger than them, and it kind of fills, you know, a void that they didn't even know they had. So that's basically, you know, the story about that, and, you know, my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Got some great interviews coming up in the next couple.
Cool. Now this guy, he interviews other passport bros. You know what I'm saying? So guys, he actually did a follow-up to this. So guys, I'll do a reaction to his follow-up, guys. I'll drop the link to his channel and this video. And yeah, guys, you know, props to him, guys. You know, I'm gonna give him a cheer because, guys, you know, he made it work out. You know, he moved over here. You know, rebuilt his life. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and I am out of here. Have a good one, guys.